Welcome. This is the Academy of Adoption and Assisted Reproduction Attorneys. We're covering the state of Kentucky today, and we have a fellow with us today to discuss that and discuss the state of Kentucky. Wave, if you could introduce yourself to everybody, please.
Thank you, Kim. It's Waverly Towns. I go by Wave. Just Waverly was a bit of a mouthful many years ago, so had to shorten that right off the bat. So that's what everybody calls me. I'm an attorney here in Kentucky and specifically in Louisville, as Kim mentioned, but I practice throughout the state, as does the rest of our firm here. I've been a fellow of the Academy, in the Academy for 30 years, in fact, exactly this year. Previously, in my practice, I was an assistant U.S. attorney, clerk for what's now our Kentucky Supreme Court, and have had a general practice, but specifically in the adoption field, especially after joining the Academy. And that's pretty much all of my practice anymore is adoption and assisted reproduction work.
Great.
Which is very, very, very gratifying. And I've been very fortunate to have just by chance having gotten into it, but it's been a real blessing, not only for me, but for our whole family, frankly.
You know, that's a general theme amongst our fellows for sure.
Mhm.
It's changed their lives. It's made them happier in their careers, and a blessing is a good word to use for it. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kentucky, because I think people flip through states and they're wondering, do I go to the state not when they're looking for surrogates, that type of stuff. Is
Right.
Kentucky a assisted reproduction friendly state?
It is friendly, very friendly. In fact, we do not have any statutes dealing with assisted reproduction, but our experience for the past, 25 years or so that I've been handling assisted reproduction matters, as well as our firm now, has been very friendly throughout the state with different judges and different scenarios and situations. So even though we don't have any statutes, our state government, our vital statistics department, our judges, everyone has been very open and amenable and helpful in the assisted reproduction process.
Now, you said throughout the state, does it change a lot procedurally throughout the state, depending on where you are?
Not necessarily. You're dealing with personalities of different judges, and some judges are going to be more experienced in this field than others. But again, our firm has not had any kind of resistance or reticence from any of the judges throughout the state, so it's been very gratifying in that respect as well.
And what about for the LGBTQ community? Is it
not a problem whatsoever?
Okay, great. What about genetics? Do they need to be genetically related to their embryo?
Do not, no.
Okay.
Again, we're really very open and happy to deal with any set of facts that present themselves. When I say we, I mean the state itself, and we as a firm, of course, as well. But just happy to help out, and everything has worked very, very smoothly over the years.
And I assume, because you're telling me everything, single intended parents are okay too?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Any kind of scenarios. Yes.
All right, well, then let's get into the logistics of it. Everybody always wants to know, what does the parentage process look like? We've kind of generically jumped over the contract stage because everybody understands that, but
Right.
parentage, they like to know, what are they up against in Kentucky?
Well, we typically would get a pre-birth order if that's helpful and necessary and requested. Again, those have been very easily supplied by the various court systems. And that then is worked out very smoothly from there on. It really has been a very, I'd almost go so far as to say that it's been more accepted and easier to work with than adoptions, which might be surprising to some people, but I think it's been very, very well received.
So how quickly can people get their birth certificate?
Typically, any birth certificate in any matter, even a couple with their third biological child, a married couple, but typically 4 to 6 weeks would be, and that would then be true in our situations here as well.
How do they list same-sex parents on the birth certificate? By parent?
Parent, yes.
Okay.
By parent. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, we've you really made it easy for Kentucky. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful.
Right.
Are there any hiccups people should worry about?
You know, I really can't think of anything that would be a concern. And again, if there are any, I'm not even call them hiccups, speed bumps in the road, that minor, we've always been able to educate a judge if that was necessary. And that's always worked out fine. And so I can't say there have been any hiccups, frankly.
Okay. But
Fortunately.
that's not to downplay that they still need lawyers for all these matters.
Oh, absolutely.
Important.
Absolutely. Experience is just absolutely essential. There's no question about it. And again, I think most judges throughout the state know that I'm a fellow in the academy, and that's very helpful in my adoption practice as well as my assisted reproduction practice. And it just goes a long way. I think having experienced, knowledgeable, reputable, honorable people involved, that has translated throughout my whole law practice, and certainly probably even more so than ever in this particular field.
Right. Well, you cut right to the chase of what I was going to ask you about the academy, but I think you summarized it better than I think any of the other fellows have.
Oh, well.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you being part of the academy. For anybody that's listening, you want to contact WAVE if you have anything reproductive oriented in the state of Kentucky. You want to get a hold of him. And in order to do that, you can go back to the Academy's website. They have a map, and you can go state by state and get contact information for each of our fellows. You can also message them directly through that website, and the email will go to them. And you can get a hold of WAVE by going to that website. It is www.adoptionart.org. And please look up WAVE. Please get a hold of them. WAVE, thank you so much for sharing with us about your state.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice to speak with you. Thank you.